Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. And here we are. We are at the penultimate week of the week before the last week of the year, the penultimate week, right? So we are in this week right now. Next week, the week ahead, is the last week of 2023 that I'll be reading for these particular energies, because then we go into 2024 energy. I didn't mean to tell the other people. I think that some people took it as I'm not going to be back to read, but I'm always back to read. As I always say, I'm always back. So Pisces, I just want to thank you for all the ways that you've been loving on this channel in 2023. Thank you for your bookings for private readings. Thank you for being in the comments, your shares, your thumbs up, all the ways that you love me. If you still haven't subscribed, please do that. My analytics have told me that a lot of you that come by here are gracious enough to give me your clicks and your views, but that you haven't subscribed yet. It does help with the numbers of this tribe and how things move through it. So thank you so much for being an integral part of all of that. All right, here we go. We're going to read for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about Pisces. You are my lovely water family. I am a Pisces moon. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up in the week ahead for Pisces. Clean it up, Pisces. So we're at the end of the year. It's time to clean it up. Clean out the closets. Clean out all the old crap you don't need. It's time to go through your closets and maybe donate a lot of stuff, whether that's food or clothing. It's time to clean it up. We've got card number 21. Clean up relationships is what it's time to do. We've got card number 21, which is a 3. And that is partnerships. So it's friendships, it's workships, it's, whatever the 3 of Pentacles means to you. It is something that's going on in your Pentacle world. So I'm going to say, if you're not the one who's moving around furniture, buying new things, cleaning up the space, organizing things, cleaning out a closet, it might likely be that it's time for you to clean up some of your relationships. That there are people that are in white vans outside your house, not literally. But you know what? There's some people who just hang on to you because they're just that nosy. They want to know what's going on in your life, Pisces. So you got card number 21. It is a 3. And I feel like it's time for you to get things in order overall. We've got the yin. I could be talking to someone who is the feminine. We've got card number 2. And that card number 2 in the tarot is the High Priestess. So I could be talking to someone who is predominantly in their feminine energy. Doesn't have to be, of course. But card number 2 tells me that you're in your energy you're in your psychic energy right now. So waiting for things to come to an end, waiting for the year to come to an end. I feel like you are in your psychic energy, my friend. You are the yin, which means you're calling in whatever is, if you are the yin, you're calling in whatever you want to come to you. That's what the yin does, right? Calls in the yang. So the one that completes the situation. I'm not saying you're not complete. I'm just saying some of you are calling in a counterpart, right? All right, here we go. One more card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. We've got Perseverance, okay. Perseverance says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So if this is what you want to do, the thing is, you can do whatever you set your mind to. And I want to say, with this card showing up as this deep purple color here, it is the third eye. We've got green, which is the heart chakra as well. We've got blue, which is the throat chakra. So I feel like somebody here is really opening up to the fact that it does need to be cleaned up. I feel like it's probably relationships for some of you. And I don't mean just romantic relationships. I mean friendships. I mean the way that your aunt talks to you, or the way that your grandma talks to you, or the argument you had with your sister. Whatever it is, you got to clean it up. It says, gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Hallelujah. I believe it as well. I hope you do too. Let's take a look here. One more oracle, and then we'll get to the tarot. See what's coming up with these oracles here. We've got take a risk, venture forward. Okay, so we are going through to the new world here. Looks like they're setting off from the old world, going to the new world. I feel like your emotions will carry you there. I feel like you just have to put up your sail and let the universe take you where you will go. I think you're good at that though, Pisces, unless you've got some some solid, stuck energy, maybe a fixed energy in your sun, moon, and rising. I think you're somebody who's willing to go with the flow, move forward, put up the sails, and just let the winds take you where you're supposed to go. It says, though, take a risk. Venture forward. So I'm speaking to someone, I feel, connecting with someone who is on the precipice of making some sort of a decision before the end of the year. It feels like somebody here, Pisces, it feels like you want to make some sort of a big decision by the end of the year, but it feels like you might wait until the new year. It says to take a risk, though, and your perseverance will pay off. You can do whatever you set your mind to. You might be taking a risk to clean this up. Look, it can be risky business. When you start looking at people in your life and how they present to you in their life, are they coming in just to take from you? Are they doing withdrawals and not leaving any deposits? And I'm not saying that everybody has to give you something if you give them something, but there are people who will take advantage of that, who are constantly and continually taking from you. Your energy, your money, your time, whatever it is. Take it as it resonates. I feel like it's a time for you to persevere and clean up your friends list, I'm going to say. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. I think that's the breakthrough, my friend. I feel like, Pisces, you got to stop being the one who's always being kind to everybody for every reason. All the time. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at tarot. And I don't think all of you do that. It does always depend on your moon and your rising, but you could have Pisces in your moon or your rising, right? Which makes you a little more psychic if it's in your moon. And in your rising, you're always going to present to someone who's just going to take them as they are. And sometimes that can get you into a place of being taken advantage of. I'm just saying. All right. Tell me about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what else Pisces needs to know for the week ahead, the last weekend of 2023. We have the Six of Swords. Look, it's all about what we just talked about. It's about getting on your way. It's about deciding what you need to detach from, right? The Six of Swords is about moving from the chaos to the calm. It's about, this particular depiction is like we're loading the kids into the car. We've left the bags on the street here. Those bags don't have anything in them. It's like there's nothing left for me here anymore. It's time for us to get in the car. There's nothing left here. It's time to go. Some of you might be moving, maybe moving house possibly. And that might take advantage, that may take care of all of the things you need to do in terms of, cleaning up your relationships and taking a risk. I might hit all of those points here. Pisces, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. You will see a link that says more. If you click on that, it will open up a panel where you will find the link to Wisio, which is the only place you can book me. So I feel like somebody here has... is probably moving away from the family home, it feels like. For some of you, the Six of Swords is leaving a relationship because we do have the Nine of Pentacles here. We have the Nine of Gifts. It also could mean, if it doesn't mean that you're moving away from a relationship, the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that you are moving toward being far more confident, that your finances are getting better, that going into next week, it feels like there is... that you're feeling abundant, you're feeling balanced. It feels like you have everything that you need. Maybe everything's already in place. Maybe you're the early shopper. Maybe you're the one who's already started your holiday baking, right? But I feel like what you're moving toward here is a very good sort of solid energy where you're comfortable. Very comfortable financially, that you have enough for yourself and enough that you can bless others with money as well. So I feel like you are the one who is probably going to, it feels like you're going to be really very aware of your finances in the week ahead, but I feel like you're going to be stable. I feel like you haven't overspent. We do have the Page of Candles here, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles tells me that there may be a communication coming in for you from someone who is possibly single. It feels like for some of you, the communication is from someone who's feeling confident that you'll pick up the phone or that you'll answer the text. So it does feel like someone who is single, confident, and who is doing quite well in their business might be contacting you, Pisces. Tell me more about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Okay, we've got the mistletoe, which is the lovers. We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. The Nine of Swords is going to be in your reading. I'm always in favor of it coming up in the reverse, because it tells me you're just finally stopped worrying about it. It feels like somebody here was waiting for a call, maybe waiting for movement, Six of Swords, waiting for things to move, to be different, to turn into a different direction. And I think that you have stopped worrying about it, stopped thinking about it. It almost feels like you've turned your back on it a bit. And that's exactly, right there, that's exactly how you get your manifestation to come in. You stop thinking about it, vying for it, I want, because the universe feels like you need it. It won't show up to you. But I feel like in the Nine of Swords, in the reverse, it's like you're no longer worried about it. Oh, we've got the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. It feels like you know, Pisces. The Hanged Man is Pisces energy. You know that there is a new beginning coming. I feel like that's why you stopped worrying about it. It's a knowing that you have. And if you are a Pisces moon, you know that there are certain things in your life that you just have a knowing about. And I'm talking about things that other people would never suspect are going on. That you're like, no, brah, I don't feel like that is a cool situation. You might be the one to alert your friends, and your friends might think you're full of it. But you are the person, I feel, who has the knowing. We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Gifts. The Ace of Swords, or Ace of Wands, comes back out on the bottom of the deck. All right. So I do feel like there is somebody here who is going to have movement as it pertains to someone choosing you in a relationship sort of way. We do have the mistletoe here, pardon me, which is the lovers. And the lovers is a choice. I feel it's your choice to move forward, move away, move forward, move to houses, wherever you're moving to. The Six of Swords is about movement. So it does feel like with the Nine of Pentacles here, that the move that you're making, the thing that you're choosing to do is going to work out really well for you, whether that's financially or in some sort of a relationship here. This card here with the Page of Candles tells me that a page has been dispatched, that now that you've turned your back on whatever it is that throughout the year you thought you couldn't live without, whatever it was, whether it's money or a person or a relationship, I feel like you've kind of turned your back on it, or you've turned your mind off to it. It feels like you're now focused on yourself, right? The Nine of Pentacles is here. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on your ability to grow your business or grow your finances or be stable in your life, be confident with the way that things are going, Pisces. And I feel like the Nine of Swords has a lot to do with that. So I feel like there is communication coming here, and I feel the communication is coming because you've turned your back. You can see that. You can see that here. I've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Candles, and the one in the Nine of Pentacles has their back to the one who is the Page. So it feels like you have stopped worrying about it. You're like, you know what? If it arrives, it arrives. I can't be bothered to worry about it anymore. Whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. And I think you know that. I do think, though, that you're holding on to some sort of hope that there is going to be movement in some kind of a romantic situation, or in some sort of choice that someone's making about you or that you're making about another. And let me look at the Page of Candles here. The Page of Wands. So it looks like there is somebody here is lighting the candles. The two candles are lit. I'm just looking at these candles that are on the mantle here. There's 4 of them, which indicates it's a home, right? Or something to do with the home, that there might be someone coming to your home. Look, this person, this child on the card is lighting the candles, and she's gotten to the second one. And to me, the Two of Wands tells me that there's going to be some sort of adventure coming, or excitement is coming, or it feels like this message comes with a decision. Maybe you might have to make a decision, but it feels like the person who's making the decision is the one who is sending the message here. Tell me about this, the Page of Wands, please. I want to say be excited, because when the Page of Wands shows up, it's all about adventure, right? It's like going on a brand new adventure. I feel like you are inviting it in, and that's why it's coming. We did see the yin on the bottom of the deck, right? Which is card number 2, which is the High Priestess, which is your energy. So I feel like it's something that you know already that is arriving here. Tell me about the Page of Wands, please. Tell me about the message from the Page of Wands. We have the Five of Pentacles. So look, it's somebody who you haven't spoken with in probably years, probably a long while. There is a disconnection here, or a feeling of poverty, like we can't get it back together. It feels like the person who is sending the message is somebody who feels like you've left them out. And I think you maybe left them out because you're on different vibrations here. So I want you to just look at that person. There's 2 people on the Five of Pentacles, right? This is, for those of you who are not watching and are listening, I'm using the Yuletide Tarot, and we've got 2 people here. We've got one who's not really facing up, right? Someone who's not looking up from whatever it is that they're doing. They're not looking for opportunities. They're not looking for help. They're in fact sitting outside the church hoping that help finds them. But then we have the other person here who is standing. This person has their shoe, which is taped up. So this person is trying to help themselves, is what I want to say. This person is standing on their own 2 feet, and they're ready to move forward. It feels to me like there's 2 people that were, possibly, I'm talking in the past, that were on different vibrations, because I feel like the break in energy has already happened. So it might be because you 2 were on different vibrations that you're not speaking with this person. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles, please. We've got the Page of Swords. It's a realization of something. What's this? Oh. So I just pulled the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there is going to be something that is arriving to you. Now we've got the Page of Swords. It's a knowledge. It's the student, the one who's about to learn something, or the one who's open to learning something new. And the Ace of Gifts, which is the Ace of Pentacles. I want to go with, it's like somebody leaves a gift at your door, or something arrives to your door that you're not expecting, I feel. You're not expecting this to arrive to your door, but it's really a lot of worth. So I don't know if someone's sending you money or going to drop off a gift, or maybe you have a delivery coming that you're not aware of. But I do feel like it's probably from this person who you in the past were on this different vibration from them. And I feel that's why your friendship, or whatever this Five of Pentacles is, broke up, because you 2 are no longer vibing the same. Which means you no longer have the same point of view. You no longer like the same things. There may be, I'm just using an example, maybe they're in their party stage and you're deciding to settle down. You know, something like that. It was a break in energetic vibe here. But we have the Page of Swords, which tells me that you're about to find out that there is something here that is going to make you really happy. It's the Ace of Pentacles, and that's the one that changes your life. It's life-changing energy, because it's a pentacle. It's about your abundance, which can mean money, love, people, something arriving here. It feels like there's some sort of something that's arriving here, whether it be a message, something that you learn about money, something that you learn about a gift that's arriving. Tell me about this Six of Swords here, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I feel like if there has been no movement and you've been waiting for someone to give this situation some movement, because I feel like you are the high priestess. Most of you that I feel like, well, I'm not going to say most of you, but whoever I'm connecting to, maybe it's all of you, maybe it's most of you, but you have a knowing that this is actually going to happen. You've been feeling it in your gut. I don't care if it's been for years or months or days, but you have a feeling that there is going to be movement in some sort of a situation that had been closed off. It's like somebody, I feel like you've stopped worrying about it or stopped thinking about it, stopped spending all of your time thinking about it, but I feel like you're still holding on to it. So you're still telling the universe that you want it, but you've just turned your back to the situation and you're going with the, if it's meant for me, it'll never pass me by. Tell me about the Six of Swords here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Seven of Wands. And we've got Justice. Look, I feel like you decided to stop putting energy into this. You decided that this Lover's card here, you've decided that you're going to stop putting energy into it. And if somebody wants you, they can come get you. I think you're happy. That's what I feel like you're going to be really happy in the future regardless, right? We've got the Sun and the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're going to be happy going into the future regardless. Someone's coming in to give you reciprocity. And I feel like you're just not worrying about it anymore. So you're not putting any effort into it here. I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, that you've decided that you're going to stop putting effort into it, that you just turn your back on it and you're like, it is what it is. I'm not going to stop vying for it anymore. And the Seven of Candles or the Seven of Wands is telling me you're kind of stuck on a point. Like you're like, I'm just going to defend my ground, going to hold my ground. And if this person wants me, they can come get me. We have Justice. I feel like your person's coming to get you. I feel like you're going to be brought a gift. Again, we've got the Ace of Gifts here, or the Ace of Pentacles, that's showing me that there's a gift at the door. And then someone has, on the Justice card, has opened a gift and is giving great thanks for it. This person has all the things that they need. Their life is in balance, right? It feels like this is the thing that is going to bring you balance. And I'm showing you the the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you are going to get your justice. I feel like there is karmic justice coming, and whatever the justice is, I don't care if the person's reaching out to you or whatever it is, you're going to be happy in the future. You're going to be happy with this love of self, with this realization that you can be happy without anybody around you, that the Ace of Cups can be self-love. It can be love for another or a new path in love. And for those of you who you're looking at this as a relationship reading and someone who is arriving for love, I feel like you already know it because the Sun is here next to the Ace of Cups. But I want to say that this is in the future energy, so it feels like it's in the new year, I want to say, because right now we're reading for the week ahead, which is the last week of the month, right? The last week of the year, in fact. So I feel like this might be happening further to that. So it feels like it might be happening after January 1st, which, by the way, is when Jupiter goes direct. So that's going to affect all of the signs in a very beautiful way. All right, tell me what you stop worrying about here. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Yeah, you've stopped worrying about love. What I think you've done is you've healed yourself. You've healed yourself here. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Four of Canes, the Four of Swords. You've healed yourself in terms of love, and I think you're just happy. Look, I think you already have your wish fulfillment. I really want to say that I think you're happy the way you are right now, and honestly, that's the way to bring in the investment that you want in you. That's the way to call it in, is by turning your back to it, Pisces, and letting things be as they are. We do have the Empress on the bottom of the deck, and it feels like somebody is wondering, does the Empress still have anything left for me here? We have three cups that have poured out. The party's over. We have the Ace of Cups, which this person is very distracted from, by the way. They're on their phone, on their computer. They're very distracted, might be at work, but there's still an Ace of Cups, but it's behind the laptop. So somebody here is not really seeing that there's still love left here with the Empress. All right, so what are you holding on to? You're holding on to this person is going to come in and give balance, that this person is going to open a new conversation with you. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Fool. And it looks like there is going to be or what you're hanging on to or holding on to is that, holding on really tightly to, is that there is going to be a conversation coming in this holiday season. The Two of Pentacles is here, which tells me it's during a really busy time. And this person is holding two gifts, and there's one gift here with the child sitting on the chair. And so it feels like there's going to be some sort of a reunion. It feels like there's friends that are going to be coming back together again. And that's no big revelation, right? It's no big psychic revelation because we're in the holidays. But the fact that the Five of Pentacles is here tells me that it's somebody that you haven't seen in years. Someone is about to reach out to you and say, hey, can we have a conversation? I'd like to get some clarity from you about some sort of new beginning here. So we have Aries energy, we have Gemini energy, we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. We've got Libra as well. I'm going to leave it here for you. We've got the Hermit in reverse. That's Father Christmas. The Hermit in the reverse tells me someone is about to reveal themselves. They're about to come out and say something to you, Pisces, and I feel for you it's around the corner. And if it's not in the week ahead, which I'd be surprised if it wasn't for some of you, it's definitely going to be further to that, going to be in the new year. Yeah. So I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for loving on me this year. I appreciate you, and I love you right back, Pisces. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.